Okay guys, the other one that we're going to do this week is around ankle dorsiflexion, okay? This type of movement at your ankle. We're basically testing your range and your flexibility kind of from the back of your knee all the way back down to your heel. Incidentally, we have a lot of people that are kind of bound up down there, and one thing that we see over and over again in terms of how that expresses in your movements, we're not talking, well, yes, inequality, but even people are bound up equally back there, is that when people squat, we get a lot of sucking in of the heels and rolling to the instep. And oftentimes that is correlated with kind of having some tension back there, holding some tension, or having limited range back there. Anyhow, the test for this is going to be like this, okay? And this theme is going to carry over for a lot of these tests. I'm going to weight one leg and unweight the other, okay? The leg that is weighted, or the side that is weighted, is the side that's being tested. So, if I'm going to test my left side, I'm going to weight my left and then unweight my right. I want to place my unweighted foot. Let's just have a standard of placing it relative to the arch of your foot. Okay, so I don't want it out here, I don't want it out here, and then when I switch, when I switch feet, I don't want my right unweighted here, and then when I want to have equality on the other side in terms of how we're kind of looking at the assessment, I don't want this one placed out here. So we're going to place the unweighted foot about mid-arch, and then when we go to test the other side, we'll do the same. Okay? If you can picture, we're going to do this with a wall or a barrier in front of us. And you're going to start close. It's good to take each side through multiple progressions, then look at the other side, and then maybe even go back to the first side and do it again, and then maybe even go back to the second side to do it again, because the tissue is opening up a little bit, and it's not an exact science, right? There's plenty of opportunity for user error, so we're just trying to get a general idea, and it may take some time or some moving through the range on each side multiple times to kind of get a good picture. Okay, so if the wall is this line here, I'm going to start close. We're going to test my left leg. I'm going to unweight my right, and then while keeping the heel flat, this is the key, the heel can't come off the ground, I'm going to drive my knee as far forward as I can and touch the wall. Okay? Then I'll make a little mark with some chalk. Okay? Or I guess I don't have to mark until I reach my end range, but anyhow, I'm going to back it up a little bit. You can see how small that step was. I don't take a big step because the tissue has to open up and there's not a lot of room to play with anyway on these. I can adjust my right foot, and then I'm going to lean in, keeping that heel planted. As soon as the partner sees that heel come off the ground, I don't know if you guys can see that, it's too far, it's no good, so we have to regress at that point. Anyhow, you can see how I'm going to go about this progression with this left leg by ever so subtly backing it up and then testing that range to where I can make contact with the wall and keep that heel planted. When I finally get to that end range, I'm going to mark it. Then I can move over a little bit. Now I can weight my right foot, unweight my left foot, and then slowly begin to take my right foot through that same progression. Okay? Slowly backing up, so on and so forth, as I go through that. Again, keeping the heel planted. And we just want to see that more or less there's the same capability on each side, and if there's not, we want to note the side that is limited. And again, you can do this again. It's probably a good idea to go test the left one more time from start to finish, test the right one more time to start to finish. But that's going to be ankle dorsiflexion, and that's going to be on your sheet. You'll have some implications around that. There's certainly implications for squatting, and that will be the second of the tests that we're doing this week. Pronation, supination, dorsiflexion. That's it, guys.